Good morning. Happy Thursday. Yes, I look weird because it's winter day for Spirit Week. Yesterday I didn't vlog at all because, as you can hear, I was not feeling well. My voice is probably going to go today sometime. But I thought I'd just pop on and show you what I'm wearing at least. So, obviously I've got a winter hat and scarf. I have this shirt that says Let It Snow. I've got my lovely lanyard here. This jingly bracelet that has all kinds of snow things and Christmassy things. And then I've got some leggings and some boots that I'll show you in a minute. And then these, they kind of go along with the theme. But it's supposed to be like 63 today, so this should not be too bad. I did bring another hat to wear in case this gets to be too much, because it is pretty thick. I brought a beret that's a lot thinner, so I don't melt. But anyway, oh, and I also have this ring on that I got from Maurice's. It came in like a 5-pack of rings just recently, so you can probably find this still if you're interested. Yesterday was all kind of wacky weird from the schedule. I gave the kids an extra recess, so we did that instead of iReady, and then we came back. We did a little bit of iReady time and math, and we did a snack, and then we had an addition fact test to see how many they could do in 10 minutes. I had to take that home and grade it because it just took forever. 22 papers and 100 problems each. It took a while. So then I sorted them into how many they got correct, and those are the power hour groups they will go to for the next couple weeks to practice different strategies so they can do better on their addition. A lot of kids have gotten 50% of their AR goal, so they got to have an extra recess as their reward for that. So some of my kids had 3 recesses yesterday. That's right, 3. So because of that, I had 10 kids gone at one time. So I just started reading group time early, which I didn't even get to meet with groups because there were so many people gone. I just had them do iReady for the ones that hadn't done it, and I had them take AR quizzes and just kind of troubleshoot things. And then it was the end of the day, and we did go noodle, and then we almost finished our Humphrey book, but not quite. We have about 3 pages left before we finish him. I'm not sure we'll finish him today because we have a soil presentation today at 2:30. No, 2:15. So my phonics group will not be able to go to phonics. I need to make sure and email that teacher so that they can be there. We'll need to pack at like 2. Whenever the readers come back, I think we'll pack. We'll do our rest and read time. Then we'll go to the soil presentation, which is down in the dungeon of our school. It's in the big community room. And then we'll come back here and it'll be time to go. And I'll have early buses. And we'll be finishing watching our Wild Kratts video that I just found on YouTube. It's about endangered animals. And since I only have them for maybe 15 minutes at a time, I'm still on the same one from Monday. So we'll probably finish it today. And then tomorrow, we might just do a story. Because Fridays are, boom, they're done. Like, they load super fast. So I won't have them very long at all. Okay, let me back up so you can see my outfit. And I'm going to go eat some breakfast because I got here early enough to actually eat before the kids come today. It's only 7:34. So yay, I can let it cool off and eat a little bit before they get here. For Power Hour, we're going to be doing some Kahoots to review skip counting. Yesterday's lesson was super, super hard for Power Hour. We were skip counting in the thousands. And we've been practicing plus 10, minus 10, plus 100, minus 100 in Go Math to the 3 digits. But this was 4 digits. And I made a Batty page. I'd be happy to share it with you as a freebie. Where they skip count 5s. They go plus 5, minus 5, plus 10, minus 10, plus 100, minus 100. The plus 5, minus 5 was way too hard for them. Because, you know, when you mess with the ones place, you add 5, sometimes that makes that ones go up to a 10. So then you got to add to the 10s. Sometimes that changes the 10 to 100 and so on. So it was kind of a hot mess. And so we did the front side together. And on the back side, I said, just cross those 5s off. We're not doing that one. We're going to do the whole thing together. We're just going to do plus 10, minus 10, plus 100, minus 100, because that goes along with our standard. But I wanted them to be exposed to all the way up to 1,000. So they did a little extra, which is good. Extra is sometimes a good thing, so they're exposed to it. So that's why today we're kind of going to step back. We're going to just skip count probably in the double digits because they can do that really well. And really, that's mostly what you're looking at when you're checking what you're skip counting by. They totally get to look at the first digit, see if the hundreds change. If they don't change, go to the 10s. If the 10s don't change, go to the 1s. Then you know what you're skip counting by. So, I'll show you my outfit, and I'll get to work. I love snowmen, so these are my snowman pants, one of them. Some leggings from Walmart from last year. I think I might have gotten these online. And then here's a closer up of my shirt. This is sparkly, I don't know if you can tell. And then, let me show my bracelet a little closer up. Jingly. And then my boots that I got from Target online. Okay, I'm going to get crack-a-lackin', and I'll try to check back in with you later. But I don't know if you could tell, but my eyelids are really swollen from this cold thing that I have. So yesterday I didn't even wear any eyeliner on the top of my eyelids. And I looked really bad yesterday, like worse than today. Like today I don't think I look fabulous, but yesterday was really bad. People kept going, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, sure. Like, I'm here. Because honestly, making subplans would have been more of a nightmare for me than just showing up. So I made it through the day. Just kind of took it easy on myself. We did do some learning things. We got our math lesson in. We didn't do any writing, but we did get the iReady lessons in. I gave them the extra recess, and then, you know, everything was kind of, some time was gone because of all the reward things. But, you know, that was kind of important. I kind of felt like they needed that break because I feel like our pace has been just like relentless lately. I think all of us needed that break. The only bad thing about doing the extra recess that I hadn't been doing for a while is that nobody else got to go with me because they had the volunteers coming to their classrooms and they couldn't leave. So it was just my class out there, which, I mean, that's kind of nice sometimes too, but I kind of like the interaction with the other teachers because I don't really get to talk to them other times because we're all busy. So, on a side note, not that I feel, sorry, there's a thing that says, can I install something? I'm like, no. On a side note, not that it makes me feel better that someone else is feeling the same way as me, but it does make me feel like I'm not alone. My little teacher on the side of me says she's feeling very overwhelmed as well. Like there's just too much to do and they need to take something away because there's not enough time to get it all in. And I'm like, well, if you feel like that, then I don't feel so bad about feeling like that. Like I don't feel like a failure because I feel like that because she's done this for much longer than I have in second grade. So anyway, that just kind of made me feel, like I said, not better, but just felt like I wasn't alone in it, and it wasn't just me. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, I'm having one of these Great Value sausage gravy breakfast bowls, and they are really good. They're 350 calories. You can see what they have in them. It's just the right amount. And then it definitely tides me over till lunch. Actually, sometimes it tides me over till the end of the day. It just depends. If you eat that, like a piece of fruit for lunch or something really small like a yogurt or something, you're probably good because that fills you up because it's substantial. I'll show you what it looks like. See, it's not huge, but it's a decent size. It's got a little bit of cheese, a little bit of gravy, sausage, and potatoes. They have different ones. They have some with bacon. I think there might be one other variety without the gravy in it. Sorry, this is really jingly. But I like it. You have to let it cool, though, because it's really, really hot. You heat it for 4 minutes, and then you poke the holes in the lid in the little film. You microwave for 4 minutes, take the lid off, stir, and then let it sit for a little bit, because right now it would melt your face off. That's why I have this handy-dandy pot holder. And some napkins from probably McDonald's. I printed and laminated these several days ago, and I need to put them up on my board because now they match the color of my groups. I actually changed the color of this one because it wasn't that color before. And I changed the number on this one because it was a different number in the pink. So everything works out now. And these are going to go on my little trays over there where the work is for stations. Those baskets back there. Up there. That way, the kids that can't read what they say very well can match the icon from the rotation chart to the activity. And maybe I can stop having to write it on the board every day. Oh, and because everything was pushed back from extra recess and then starting iReady later, and we had a volunteer yesterday, we didn't get to do our math rotation. So the kids were like, what about Prodigy? I didn't get to do Prodigy. I said, 2 groups will do Prodigy tomorrow. So today, since everything's all wackadoodle anyway, because of the soil presentation, and I guess that was the only thing, right? I don't know. Yeah, because of that, I'm just going to let them do 2 rotations today. So I think our lesson will be really fast. It's just greater than, less than, equal to with the symbols. That shouldn't be hard. We introduced it yesterday by drawing out the actual physical blocks of each number. They did story problems, and it would say something like, John has 375 cartons of chocolate milk, and Sally has 269 cartons of white milk. Which kind of milk is there more of? And so I taught them to use their cubes strategy. If you're not familiar with that, it's just a way of marking your story problem. So the C stands for circle. You circle the number. So I had them do that. We just did cub yesterday. We didn't do the E and the S. We just did cub. So the U is underline the question. And the kid's like, I don't know where the question is. I said, look for the question mark. The sentence in front of the question mark is always your question. And I taught them to make a funny sound while they're underlining it. And also, it helps me to know that they're underlining it. Plus, it's kind of fun. So I taught them to go zzz when they underline, just for the heck of it. And I said, hey, it's kind of fun if you make the noise. And they're like, I said, go ahead, you can make the noise. Just as you're underlining, just go zzz. Makes me think of Kermit the Frog, because he used to do that on Sesame Street when he would write stuff. Anyway, and then the B is to box important math words, like math action words. So if it says solve or add or subtract or whatever, you know, anything like that, they put a box around it. So all the information is marked. Then when they go to figure out what to do, they have the key information marked in their story problem. So I'm teaching them to do that because that's something that they continue on when they go to upper elementary in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. So I started it last year with my firsties, and I'm continuing it with my secondies. Is there a cute word for 2nd grade? I don't know. I'm trying to come up with something, and if you have a great idea, please put it down below, because I'd love a cute little name to call my 2nd graders other than 2nd graders. Hey, 2nd grade friends. Hey, 2nd graders. I mean, something cute. So anyway, I need to cut these out sometime. I got, if you're interested, this is the fact test that I had to take. I gave them 10 minutes. And I said, here's my strategy. Do the ones that you know first, because some are easier than others for you probably. Do the ones you know first, and then go back and do the harder ones if you have extra time. Because the more you get right, the better it is. So take your time, make sure you have the right answer, because a wrong answer doesn't count for you. Only the right answers count. And they did really well. Like, I had some that kind of made some silly mistakes, but I think they might have been like, oh, I got to finish. And I said, you probably won't finish this in 10 minutes. You might, but don't be upset if you don't. It's okay, because we're just practicing. And so I actually took the test myself. I think I did it in like 2 minutes because, you know, my facts are in there. They're drilled into my head. Now, we did kill and drill when I learned my math facts, so they're in there forever, like a steel trap. That's one thing that stuck with me. Okay, I'm probably going to eat this now because I think it might be cool enough. And I'm going to make sure I got my Kahoots ready for my Power Hour group that comes at 8:15. I've already arranged with my teacher next door here to borrow her class iPads, so we have 22 iPads. And I have like 15 or 16 kids. I might need to borrow another set because I have another class coming. I should probably do that. I'll go see if my other teacher can loan me her iPads too, because I want every kid to have their own. It's more fun that way. You can do Kahooting groups, but I personally would rather have the kids have their own. I think I closed off on my Kahoot thing. If you've never tried Kahoot, it's free. It's Kahoot, KAHOOT.com. Has all kinds of quizzes on there already made. You can also make your own. I made a whole bunch for our spelling for 1st grade, and I used that as a review. But the kids love it. When I first was introduced to this a few years ago, I'm like, why would a kid want to take a quiz? Why would they think that's fun? But they are kind of fun. They have little cute music, and they have, sometimes there's cute little icons that go through. So it's pretty cool. So I'm just going to get and you can save your favorites. So you have your own list of things that you've saved up. So I have like everything that I've ever used on here saved. And you can preview it in case you don't like it. You don't have to use it. But there's like even a chapter 2 test review for Go Math on here that someone made. Perfect, because we're doing our last lesson today. And it's just greater than less than. So they could do that. I have all kinds of stuff. There's Halloween, addition, and subtraction, which would be perfect for my groups next week. Yep, for Power Hour. So let me find, I have one place value thing here. I'll show it to you. Okay, so this is like review. So here are some questions. Here are the sample. Really? These are the questions. And the kids get answer choices and they poke them on their iPad. You can use this as an assessment because it will track which kid answered what question, which answer. You can even print it out. You get a report. So it could be an assessment. As long as the kids aren't sitting right next to each other and just copying each other's colors that they push for the answer, it'll be fine. So, yeah. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to go, and I'll talk to you later. Hey there. So my Power Hour group loved Kahoot. We got one completely finished. We started another one, which was a Go Math Chapter 2 review. And I had looked at it, but I guess it didn't click what it was because it didn't give the questions. It just gave like the answers. I guess it was check your paper kind of thing. I'm like, well, crud, guys, this doesn't make any sense, does it? Let's do a different one. So I started another one, and it was really good, actually. So I think I may do that one kind of like an assessment for my kids, like borrow another class's iPads. Maybe when we have them for iReady, we'll do that real quick sometime. Because we're doing our last lesson today, so maybe tomorrow we could do that. And all the other stuff. We have our Terrific Kid Assembly tomorrow, which will take a big chunk of like 25 minutes probably. We have keyboarding. I had like 4 or 5 kids that I was not able to ever get logged into the program, and so I emailed the tech guy again. He checked on it, and he figured out what the problem was. Their logins were messed up, and I'm like, okay, good, it's not just me. So they should be able to log in tomorrow and they can all type. The hardest thing is with their little fingers, getting them to feel for the little bar on the F and the J, because on the keyboard, I don't know if you can see it on here, there's a little line on the F and a little line on the J for the home keys. And then getting them to kind of curl their fingers around and just type from there. They want to just hunt and peck. And I'm like, it's kind of defeating the purpose. Although some people are faster typers that way than they are the regular way. So I said, oh, you're going to learn to type like a grown-up, like Mrs. Bond types. Because they're always fascinated when they see me typing stuff and it goes up on the board. They're like, how do you do that? You're not even looking. And I said, well, you're going to learn how to do that. You'll just know where the keys are and you can just feel for them. It'll help them know where the letters are when they text, too, even though they're not going to text all the letters. But, you know, whatever. Got to move with the times, right? Okay, I'm feeling like I'm getting somewhere today a little bit. My kids are at PE, and when they come back, we'll do iReady reading. And then we'll do our last chapter lesson in Chapter 2, which is comparing 2-digit numbers. Oh, 2-digit numbers. What a joy. With less than, greater than, equal to. And I've got this really cool Go Noodle. That's what it's called. That's... I can't remember who it's by, but I'll try to show it to you on the board. It's really, really cute. It goes less than, less than, less than, greater than, greater than, greater than, equal to, equal to, equal to, boom, baby, hullabaloo, when they do a little dance. So I think I'll do that before we start our lesson to help them get the gist of which way the symbols go again, because they're a little rusty. Even though we've taught them greater gator, he eats the biggest number. But you want them to recognize that the other side is less than, not just the mouth. So that'll probably be something that I do. And I'll try to film that because it's really cute when they're doing it. And they'll love it. So very nice. Okay, I'm going to get some things done. I need to do my newsletter for next week. And it needs to be out tomorrow because I like to send it home on Friday so they can look at it for the next week. I need to check on my book order to see if anybody else wants to order so I can send that in. I haven't figured out what I want to get yet. And just kind of wrap my mind around the rest of the day. So I'll try to check back in with you probably at lunchtime. Hello. I'm so happy to say it's the end of the day. I am pooped. So we had a soil activity / discussion today, and the kids got to make the layers of soil in these test tubes, which is really cool. We had a lady from the conservation department come, but my class was late getting there because we couldn't get ourselves together. And it was a little crazy. So, yeah. And then early bus dismissal was a little crazy, too. The kids were just wound today, big time. I know we had a big weather change, so that probably has all of everything to do with it. But it was a bit much. It was a bit much. So, I'm happy to say that I'm packing up to get ready to leave. And I'm going to go home and grade subtraction tests, 100 facts. Yay, I'm so happy. Yeah, and then put all those names in the grid so we can organize for our math interventions. So, I'm so happy tomorrow's Friday. I will talk to you later. Good morning, TGIF. I'm so happy I made it to Friday. I sound really terrible. I sound better than I did earlier. But like this cold thing just knocked me out this week, which is why I didn't film a lot. So, And now I'm supposed to go get the kids. One of my little girls was at the door crying because she forgot her library books to go to library. Poor thing. So I helped her look in her cubby, and they were underneath some of the notebooks. So I sent her on her way to take them back, and I'm going to go pick them up. Poor kiddo. What a day, what a day. I think we're all tired. And it's been Spirit Week, so it's been like, woo, every day. Different dress-up days. Today is wear school colors, which is why I'm not showing my outfit. Because it's just a t-shirt. It's got the school colors down here. And then I just have jeans and some sparkly flip-flops. So it's nothing big. I'm wearing a ring I've worn before and earrings I've worn before. And one of my headbands, because I kind of made a goal for myself to not do my hair at all this week. I was going to put it up in a hat, or I was going to put it back in a headband. So there you go. I will check back in with you later and let you know how things are going.